and so this video is once again going to be on welling up the light or welling up the darkness, right? There are ways to make a good amount of money using the means of the darkness, right? There are also ways of making a whole lot more money using the means of the light. And so this is the Forbes top 100 richest people in the world list. And so understanding that the top 10 of these people, the richest, and Elon being significantly richer than the rest, these people are not touting immorality. They're not touting darkness or paying for protesters to go and terrorize people or hitman groups, things like that. Understanding that within the light of God, within the light of knowledge and wisdom, you will learn how to generate finance for yourself. Now, luckily, many of these people, they often tend to be very, very good people, and they are willing and have ideas and will sometimes offer to help other nations, as was the case with Sir John Templeton, right, who was knighted. So understanding that these men, right, they have spent their entire lives welling up the light of good, the light of knowledge and wisdom. They are extremely valuable assets to have living in your nation, keep on good terms with, right, be friends with. Warren Buffett, right, Bill Ackman. I did read one story about Ackman where he was researching some company where he found out that they were corrupt, and he said, all the profits that we make from exposing this corrupt company, we're going to give them away. So look for little indicators like that, little indicators that separate them from the worship of money and immorality. Now, I'm not saying that none of these guys have ever done anything bad, but when you are consulting people who haven't clinged to the light, haven't held to the light, you can't really trust who they're in it for, right? They may offer you something, hey, we're going to make $20 million doing this deal, building this real estate complex, building Section 8 housing, etc., etc., etc. However, right, what they cannot calculate is the intangible assets of how much trouble these Section 8 housing, etc., the means of the darkness will have on your community, on your nation, on your people, right? You can't calculate it, right? In rough estimations, I've said that for every 1% crime rises, 2% of people will leave, right? Things like this, and right, the loss of human life or damaging human life, it does have a very serious impact on a nation's long-term ability to produce finance, teach people in a safe environment, right? In Africa, they're not teaching people in a safe environment. They're trying to survive with machine guns, right? So understanding that it's a privilege that we might not be able to fully comprehend living in the United States. Okay, so long-term damage is very, very hard to calculate, right? Education sometimes takes several generations, right? The mother and father have to go get some form of education and a job in order to put the children through school so that they can get a bachelor's degree, etc., etc., etc. And so understanding these sort of concepts is going to be extremely important when you are building anything, a life, a community, a nation, and understanding that interestingly enough, right, the children of the light and the children of the darkness often say the same things. Um, Sir John Templeton may say, "It's going to be great. I've studied this my whole life. I've got all these good returns, and it's going to be wonderful for us." But lo and behold, right, Alex Soros, George Soros, they might also say the same thing, right? And it's important to understand that when the devil is telling you, "Yeah, it's going to be great," you might possess the wisdom to say, "No, I don't trust you."